Welcome back to Bird Dog Gaming, guys. Today we're going to kick off the first ever series from this channel, and it's going to be called Complete the Set. And I'm going to do my best to tell you everything that you need to know to collect every single game in a particular series. And what better way to start off than with Mega Man?
Capcom's Blue Bomber has been making a pretty triumphant return as of late, and there's all these new collections being made left and right. Mega Man was created by Akira Kitamura and Keiji Inafune all the way back in 1987.
Which means we've got over 30 years of games to talk about today. So let's dive right in. Now for the format of the series, I'd like to start off with a standard release list, a list of every single game that you need to collect for the series. And I'll have some nice visuals for you guys to take a screenshot of or make a list or whatever you want to do. Let me start by saying that this list will be for NTSC Mega Man games. Not going to be any Rockman games on this list, but we will reserve a section for foreign exclusive titles. We're going to talk limited, special, and collector's edition, along with any important amiibo or magazines that came out featuring Mega Man. Then we're going to talk demos and any games that Mega Man features in. We're going to discuss variants, and then at the end we're even going to talk about which games are the most expensive to collect for and what are some Mega Man holy grails for your collection. Now it's going to be up to you what you decide is a full set. Just because I give you a list of standard release games and every variant and every foreign region game, like, you can call a full set whatever you want to call it. It's really just an opinion, and I'm here to discuss possibilities of a full set with you. For some people, having all the standard release games is plenty. You may or may not care about whether a box has a different look on its second printing. Variant collecting definitely is not for everybody. But anyways, let's get started.
I've done my absolute best to get every NTSC game on this list, and I'm really hoping I didn't forget anything, but I am only human, so if you see a missing item, just let us know in the comments. Here we go, starting with NES. On the NES, you have Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On the Super Nintendo, we have 7, X, X2, X3, and Mega Man Soccer. On the Game Gear, we have only Mega Man. On the original Game Boy, we have Dr. Wily's Revenge. We have Mega Man 2, 3, 4, and 5, and those are with Roman numerals as opposed to the NES. On the Game Boy Color, we have Extreme and Extreme 2. On the Game Boy Advance, we have Battle Network 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and Battle Networks 3, 4, 5, and 6 have 2 versions each. We also have Battle Chip Challenge, Mega Man 0, 1 through 4, and Mega Man and Base. On the DS, we have Battle Network 5 Double Team, which was a compilation of both of the Battle Network 5 games on the Game Boy Advance. There's the Zero Collection, ZX, ZX Advent, and a whole bunch of Star Force games. On the Nintendo 64, we have Mega Man 64. The PS1 gave us Mega Man 8, Legends, Legends 2, X4, 5, and 6, and the Misadventures of Tron-Bonne. PS2 gave us the X Collection along with X7 and X8, Anniversary Collection, and X Command Mission. On the PlayStation Portable, we had Mega Man Powered Up, Mega Man X Maverick Hunter, and the dual pack containing both of them. On the original Xbox, we just had the Anniversary Collection, and on the GameCube we had the X Collection, the Anniversary Collection, X Command Mission, and Network Transmission, which was a GameCube exclusive. Saturn gave us Mega Man 8 and X4. Moving on to the PC games, these are the only ones I could confirm had a physical release here in North America, and they are Mega Man 1 on DOS, Mega Man 3 on DOS, Mega Man 3 on Windows, Mega Man X, X4, and X5. On Nintendo's 3DS, we had the Legacy Collection. On the Switch, we had Mega Man 11, Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Xbox One and PS4 have identical Mega Man lineups so far. They are Mega Man 11, Legacy Collection 2, and Mega Man X Legacy Collection 1 and 2. Now, the Switch, the PS4, and the Xbox One are all going to be receiving the Zero Collection come 2020.
So hopefully you guys are able to screenshot those or make a list or whatever you want to do. And now we're going to move on to some foreign titles. North America didn't get every single Mega Man game. There's a ton of Japanese and European exclusives, and even Chinese and Taiwanese exclusives. Let's take a look.
Mega Man The Wily Wars is by far the most popular foreign title, and a lot of people thought we received it here in North America, but it was actually a European and Japanese exclusive made for the Sega Mega Drive. It's essentially a compilation of the first 3 NES games, but from what I hear, this isn't the best way to play them. It was actually released digitally here in North America via the Sega Channel, a Sega Genesis online pay-to-play service that allowed you to get demos, cheat codes, and even full games. Rockman Battle & Fighters was actually a collection of 2 fighting games and was released for the Neo Geo Pocket Color in Japan only. Rockman Power Battle Fighters was another fighting game released only in Japan, this time for the PS2. Mega Man Battle & Chase was a kart racer released for the original PlayStation in Europe and Japan. Not gonna lie, this one looks pretty cool. Rockman & Forte was a Japanese Super Famicom exclusive until it was later released in North America as Mega Man & Bass on the Game Boy Advance. Rockman & Forte Mirai Kara no Chosensha, also known as Mega Man & Bass Challenger of the Future, was released in Japan only for the Wonder Swan. This was a sequel to Mega Man & Bass. Rockman Gold Empire and Wily & Wright's Rockboard This Is Paradise are both Monopoly knockoffs, interestingly enough. Gold Empire was exclusive to Taiwan PCs, and Rockboard was only available on Famicom in Japan. Lastly, we have Rockman Strategy, which was an isometric turn-based tactical RPG exclusive to PC in Taiwan. Apparently Capcom let some Taiwanese developers make Mega Man games around 2001. Good luck finding this one.
Now let's talk about the limited, special, and collector's editions out there for Mega Man, along with Nintedo Power issues and amiibo.
The Mega Man Legacy Collection had a special edition on PS4 and Xbox One that came with really nice Mega Man and E-Tank statues. And then there was the Collector's Edition on Nintendo 3DS, which came with a gold Mega Man amiibo. Mega Man 11 had an amiibo bundle, and they called it the Amiibo Edition. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Aside from the gold Mega Man amiibo, there's a Smash Bros. Mega Man, a Mega Man 11 Mega Man, and if you're one of 10 extremely lucky winners, a gold Mega Man 11 amiibo. That's right, there was a contest in Japan where 10 golden Mega Man 11 amiibo were given away. I'm sure we'll see one selling for several $1,000s in a few years. Nintendo Power issues 7, 20, 27, 56, and 69 all feature the blue bomber on the cover. And lastly, there's a really awesome and expensive Mega Man X controller on GameCube. It came in this beautiful display case that totally reminds me of the Game Spear from Drake and Josh.
Hysterical!
There's quite a few games out there that feature Mega Man in one way or another, most notably
Marvel vs. Capcom!
Mega Man, Zero, and or Tron-Bon appear in every single Marvel vs. Capcom game. Mega Man's suit features in Dead Rising 4 Frank's Big Package. I found killing zombies as the Blue Bomber to be a total blast. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, this dude is ugly. Street Fighter series on Windows actually features Mega Man and Mega Man 3 on the disc. I believe it is the DOS versions of the games, not the NES versions. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, as well as Ultimate on Switch.
As far as playable demos go, there's not a whole lot.
You've obviously got the playable demo inside of Tron-Bon that lets you play Mega Man Legends 2, but other than that, the only other one I could find was this foreign Xbox 360 demo disc that came with issue 60 of Xbox Magazine.
Now, it's time for my favorite part of the video, the variants. And it was actually the most enjoyable part of my research for this video. But first, what exactly is a variant?
Well, it can mean a few different things for this conversation. If something has a misprint, it can often be considered a variant if it gets an updated release. If there is a second or third printing of a game and even the tiniest little change is made to the box, manual, or disc, that's a variant. I listened to a podcast called The Collector's Quest, and those guys are full of such valuable information, and I think they help fuel my love for variant collecting. Most of my research on this topic came from Nintendo Age and eBay. Jonebone and Forte deserve a lot of credit for the research they've conducted on Mega Man variants.
Anyways, let's get into it.
There's the Anniversary Collection on GameCube, and it has a printing of Dr. Wily on it, a printing with the 10 games in one emblem, and a Player's Choice variant. Mega Man 8, X4, and Legends all saw the greatest hits treatment on PlayStation. And a quick collector tip, if you're trying to complete a loose copy of these, let's say maybe you have a disc for X4 and need to get the case and manual, you can't just assume your disc is Black Label and then go buy the Black Label manual. I mean, you can, but you'd have incorrectly married parts, which is a mess. If you look really close at the disc, it'll say GH at the end of this number, so you know you have a greatest hits version of the game. But don't live by this rule because not all greatest hits PS1 games make it this easy. However, I can tell you that all three of these titles do say GH at the end of that number. The Black Label Mega Man 8 for PS1 also has two editions. There's an Anniversary Edition and an Anniversary Collector's Edition, the latter coming with an anthology book. On Game Boy, both Dr. Wily's Revenge and Mega Man 2 had a Player's Choice variant. Now let's get into the NES variants. These are really freaking interesting and all over the place. Mega Man 1 has a 5-screw design and a later print run has a 3-screw design. 5-screw was the original design of NES cartridges before Nintendo moved to the updated 3-screw design. A lot of people are really into the first prints right now, so they're going for the 5-screw. Mega Man 2 has a variant with and without a star, and it's notable that one has the TM trademark symbol and one has the R with the circle. Mega Man 2 and 3 both have these advertisement stripes in the bottom left corner of the box art, and collectors have actually discovered a version of the Mega Man 2 box without a stripe, and for the Mega Man 3 box, one where the stripe is there but completely blank. Now here's the most interesting one. Nintendo would run contests for the Mega Man games through Nintedo Power magazine where people could send in their ideas for the bosses in upcoming Mega Man games. For Mega Man 6, the two winners were Daniel Valle and Michael Leader. Mega Man 6 was actually published by Nintendo in North America, therefore there's actually no Capcom logo on the front of the box, but a Nintendo logo instead. But in December of 2015, after 21 years of this game being out, a variant was discovered by Forte on Nintendo Age, and some copies of the Capcom published version actually made it into store shelves. Forte's was discovered in Canada, and I think this variant is definitely a grail in Mega Man collecting, maybe even NES collecting in general, which bleeds perfectly into our final section.
If you're thinking about going for the full set, you might be wondering what are the most expensive titles along the journey. Let's take a look and note that any of the prices mentioned are going to be in US dollars.
Now, if you're a sealed collector, you should already know you're in for a very expensive life, and I don't think we need to dive into which sealed games are going to cost you the most. In the original 6 games, Mega Man and Mega Man 5 are both going to cost you a great deal. That goes for cart-only collectors and CIB collectors. On Super Nintendo, we have Mega Man X2, which has really dropped in price a great deal since I started collecting, and then there's Mega Man X3 and Mega Man 7, which are both fetching just obscene prices. That goes for loose and complete. On PlayStation, you're looking to spend around $70 for a copy of Legends 2 complete in box, and a lovely $200 to $250 for a complete copy of Tron Bonne. Don't get these games disc only unless you're at a thrift store and you open a PS1 and Tron Bonne is sitting inside. That'll never happen. Mega Man 5 cart only on Game Boy is expensive enough, but if you want it complete, you're going to need to take out a bank loan. I think the box for this game alone qualifies as a holy grail for Mega Man collecting. The box for the Game Boy version of Mega Man 4 has a very hefty price tag as well, and 3 is not far behind that. You should note that cardboard is always going to be the most expensive thing to collect for because it's easily crushed, and Game Boy cardboard is especially bad because people usually threw the boxes in the trash. GBA Mega Man titles aren't bad at all, there's just a ton of them, and the spending really adds up. The most expensive CIB title is Battle Network, which is currently fetching close to $100. Both Saturn games are expensive as to be expected by Saturn games. Notably, X4 is over $300 CIB right now. Another holy grail would be the complete in box Game Gear Mega Man, which has steadily gone up in price over the last 5 to 6 years. The last complete copy sold for exactly $600 on eBay. Now let's talk about one more holy grail. You can't buy a physical copy of Mega Man 9 because it was a digital title, unless you get this bad boy. That's right, the Mega Man 9 press kit. Only 200 of these were ever made, If you're the Mega Man fan that needs to have it all, you're gonna need to save this one as an eBay search and wait for them to pop up. That being said, currently if you're looking, there's a $300 like new copy on eBay, which is a lot less than I would have thought these would go for. This Mega Man press kit is probably up there with that Mega Man 6 variant, but not quite on that level of rarity.
Alright guys, so I feel like I've been pretty thorough with this video. But if there is a game that you think I left out that I should have mentioned, please mention it in the comments below for the rest of us fellow collectors. The purpose of this video was to be as informative as possible for Mega Man collectors new and old, and I really hope you enjoyed watching. Again, this is episode 1 of a brand new series I'm calling Complete the Set, and if there's another game that you think would be great for this series, maybe leave a comment below. I'm always open to suggestions. That being said, I really appreciate you guys checking out the video. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe, share with a friend, and follow me on Instagram at ThatGamerNerd. And hey, I'm on Facebook and Twitter now at BirdDog Gaming on both. So come give me a like there too, and we'll see you guys next time on BirdDog Gaming.